Harimai, tēnā koutou, welcome Virgo to your December 2015 Taroscope reading, the end of the year reading. What a year it's been! And astrologically we are still traversing difficult energies, and I think that can be seen clearly from the actions that have happened recently in France, Paris over the weekend of November the 13th. We're not out of the dark yet, so we still have our own personal soul issues, journeys, lessons to learn, as does the greater picture of humanity. But anyhow, for this month we are going to use 7 cards, most of them from the John Holland, the last and final outcome card from the Rider-Waite deck, and then we'll have 4 at the end of the reading, which will be kind of energies taking you into 2016. So Virgo, let's see what's in store for you guys for your December reading. Just a quick little shuffle. I have already done shuffling for you with the intention of your reading. So Virgo, let's lay the cards out. The crystal or stone in the background is pyrite. Fool's gold, but it is a magical stone of manifestation and protection. Okay, we can see here from your cards we have, might just pan that out a little bit for you. And move it up. You have 3 red cards, which is the material side of life, or the base energy. It's also the pentacle cards, and you have 3 of the blues, which are known in the Rider-Waite as the sword card energies. I might just change the lighting here, it seems a little bit too bright. Guys, we will pick one of the Rider-Waites for you to see what's in store for your final outcome or energy card. This is for Virgo for December 2016. You have received the Strength card. Nice sunny disposition card. Overall, if we look at the colours in the John Holland that I see coming up, almost a complete split 50-50 with blue and red. So there'll be some messages for you at the bottom of your video on the vibrational energies of those colours and how to harness them for the month of December. They could be good colours for you to either wear or meditate, or just feel the essence of the vibration of them. We see you have no major arcana cards except for the very last one, which is Strength, which is a great one to have. That is the overall energy and the final outcome card for the month. So let's go to the very beginning, the first one, which is the root of the energy for now, number 9, endings. We see you've got 2 9s in your reading, so we're talking about some sort of endings going on for you. They feel... The first one, the 9 of Swords, is quite an emotional sort of ending, and it feels as though there may be stress and anxiety that can be involved around this type of energy, possibly with just yourself, your own thoughts or ideas or contemplations of where you're going, how you want to get there. It could also involve other people. But the main thing, if we look at this card, is that she is looking into this beautiful golden haze in the future, and that's where she has her eyes focused on. So it's about focusing into that potentiality of positivity as you move forward and letting go of what's behind. She's no longer looking at what's behind her, and she's contemplating it personally, at a very personal level, on her own. So this is something that you may have been experiencing for a while, and it's like it's come to a crux or a head, and you're going, well, I just can't keep going in this particular direction. It has the feeling to me more of emotions than it does with something physical, such as a job or a house sale or something along those lines. Perhaps for some of you there is the parting of ways in relationships, or even moving away from, you know, like a marriage, so possible divorce or separating of things. It almost feels to me here as if we leave something behind and going to the light. So you might be leaving behind some parts of your life, whether they're physical, such as a house, or belongings or something along those lines, and moving forward into the light where you'll feel more positive energy. The second card is what your emotions and feelings are at the moment, and we've got here prosperity begins, and we see the two hands in the background. I think of partnerships involved partly, but this would predominantly be the Ace of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck. And we see the fruits, they look like apricots or peaches, just falling down with great abundance and, you know, almost this weight, like kaboom, they're coming. Now, traditionally we would think of financial prosperity and gain, and often this is exactly what this card, the energy that it gives. So it talks about grounding for sure, because it's the red colour and it's the earth is very much depicted in the card itself, but it also talks about abundance coming, and it could be due to some form of harvest that you are reaping. So there's also the possibility that it can be in the area of new careers. It's a good time to seek new employment, get your CV out there, update current information that you have, uplift new methodologies or education. You know, take on something new, and as it comes around, it will take you into this new path of prosperity. You could also receive some sort of windfall one way or another financially, whether it's an inheritance or maybe it is the division of some funds or money one way or another, and you get this back, and it's some prosperity that comes your way. It's a positive card. It's got a really positive, upbeat energy. The third card is the thinking process and career matters at the moment, and we've got here the rest and rejuvenate. You've got a few in your reading this month for December, Virgo, as if you are wanting some time out or just exactly to rest and rejuvenate. And we all need this at different times, and everyone's individual as to how they do it and when they need it. But often when these type of cards turn up in a reading, it can be a signal to slow down a little bit and listen to your intuitive feelings. Take the time out, smell the roses, meditate, make sure your physical health is in a good state, because I see down here we have the heartache and loss card as well, and I often refer to this as being heart energy. Make sure your hearts are being looked after, that you're taking good health care of the heart, meaning get your blood tested, check your cholesterol levels, make sure your diet is in accordance with good eating for the heart, lower high cholesterol foods or fat intake, uptake some of the really great natural products for heart and blood pressure reduction, such as the fish oils, the flax oils and the lecithin, which is all particularly good. But I'm jumping ahead of myself anyhow. Rest and rejuvenation is like the Four of Swords. It is actually quite a beautiful card, because when we do take the time to rest and rebalance ourselves, we come out rising and shining again, and we have this, the strength. That's what we gain when we give ourselves the rest. So it's actually a really nice card, and it's a timely message to remember. This time of the year, coming into December, can be very busy and can be quite fraught with tension for a lot of people. There are two reasons fundamentally. Some people feel the financial burden of overspending at this time of the year, and other people feel the burden of being on their own and without their family or friends too, and they miss out on the happy celebrations. So a lot of people can feel this stress, and that might be also why these cards are popping up for some of you at this time of the year, whether you're away from your family members or financially you might have been struggling a little bit or trying to budget wisely. The other thing that this card can signify is in contemplation you come to this beautiful place of harmony, and you can sometimes do it with someone else. It's almost as if you could go on a small retreat and even end up in a beautiful place like a wood or a woodland motel or something somewhere, or a spa, And there you find this connection to spirit and to your soul and to this positive, bountiful energy that, as I said, helps create strength. But sometimes it is done with another person, and it can be quite a romantic liaison. It can also be a time of fertility. So that's another message there for you, Virgo. When we see the heartache and loss card, I have often said before, I have the tendency to want to put a heart over it to heal any of the energies of pain or loss through relationship energies, and sometimes this card does mean it. Sometimes it can mean there have been 3 people involved and there have been acrimonious words or actions that have taken place that have created either these people to walk away from your life or for you to choose to walk away for some reason. And healing needs to take place at the heart and emotional level. We generally have to say that all of these things happen to us for reasons, and they happen at the right time, and most of the time it's for learning lessons and for growth and for understanding who we are and where we're going. Sometimes these people who have been around may not have necessarily been good for you at the time. And oftentimes an air sign person can be involved in this, because this is traditionally the air sign energy cards, and you've got 3 of them. So whether or not you've had some air sign people involved in these feelings that are around you, and also these ones are your earth sign energies, so they also may be involved in energies, situations around this month of December. We come to the 5th card, which is the unconscious matters, things that you don't really realize that you want, but the subconscious rules most of our actual desires. It leads us on the path that we're going. Sometimes it alerts us to it, and other times it remains hidden and we wonder why we are where we are. Material Harvest is a great card, and I do think you have got either money on your mind or career on your mind for December as well, because of all of this red energy. It feels as though you have got some sort of beneficial money coming to you in December. You know, these 2 are right on top of each other as well. We've got the brand new cycle, and then we've got the whole completion of the cycle of 9, and this is the reaping of the rewards. Money coming in, and it feels as though it's falling all the way from here right down to here. Some of you may find you get some unexpected or unusual money that turns up for you in December, and who knows where it could come from. It could have been your own literal hard work that has now been harvested, or it could turn up from someone else that benevolently gives you an opportunity to get this money. But overall it's a really good card. We see a lot of positive yellow energy again in the background around the head. I do think of this quite often traditionally in the Rider-Waite deck as a card that suggests chakra energy. And often in the Rider-Waite I used to think of needing balance in this lower energy field, but for some reason I see here the head, and I think if you're having headaches or, you know, something to do with thoughts in the head, or head pains or neck pains, to get them seen or checked out. You could have a disc in your back that needs to be manipulated one way or another to relieve tension. So there could be a bit of tension in your head. It may have actually come from these thoughts and feelings up here that could be involved in these situations. The 6th card is the conscious desires, or the things you know you want, and again we come back here to financial and material changes. This 5 of Pentacles towards the end of the month, if you like, as each card shifts through the month, we see often in the Rider-Waite it's more of a gloomy card than this one. This one has the feeling of comings and goings, you know, watch your bills, budget wisely. Even though you may be getting this gain here, don't overspend it and don't spend it in the wrong places. So put your budget aside and have some kept for rainy days. Invest wisely. Don't be caught up in any fraudulent activity, or people who might phone you and say, hey, invest your money in this amazing scheme and you'll get, you know, 40% back. Be very wary of people who could be fraudulent or have deals that are not above board. If you're signing anything, a new car or signing up for an apartment or even a big ticket item like a fridge or a television, really check it out. Make sure you can afford it, make sure the terms and conditions are right, make sure the product you are buying is right. Yeah, I think if we move on to the final card, the final outcome and energy card for the month is that you do have this big reserve of strength. So no matter what you feel during the month, no matter if you want to take this, rest and rejuvenation over here, no matter if you are considering going in a different direction and leaving things behind, you have the power of strength. Amazing strength, Virgo. And you are really that particular energy of the zodiac. These three red cards are your energy. They're the earth sign, solid, grounded energy. And lo and behold, she is on the solid, grounded energy. There's a lot in the strength card that tells us it's inner strength, it's diplomacy, it's the use of intellect as opposed to emotions. It is holding your ground. It is not losing control and letting loose in arguments or situations. It's maintaining dignity, methodology, patience, and knowing that you have the ability to get through any situations that crop up with your intellectual awareness, if you like, and your ability to do it bit by bit, manner by manner. So I think for you, Virgo, it was interesting that I put the pyrite in at the very beginning of the reading over here, the Fool's Pyrite, because I talked about wealth and manifestation, and you have so much of that in December. So you've kind of got a split reading. There's a little bit going on emotionally for you, either healing wounds and moving away and perhaps seeing some relationships move away, but you've got this overall positive strength, which is a major arcana card, and it is definitely about your inner strength and knowing that you are, capable of anything you set your vision and sights on. So we'll move into the last four cards for the reading, and they are all from different decks, so let's clear these ones away and get on to the last part, which is your energies moving into 2016. So this first deck is for your health for 2016. What messages are we going to receive for that for you guys, Virgo? Let's just give a quick shuffle. And vegetarian diet seems interesting here. And your second card is love. Let's see what message you're going to receive for this, Virgo. Notice the signs. Your third card is wealth. We'll just use this deck for the wealth. Meditation brings answers. Getting a lot of connection to that first part of the reading for you about just taking time out and connecting intuitively, really meditating on things which could provide you with answers. And this is your fourth card we're going to use from the Goddess deck, and this is the Destiny card. Having a leap of faith. Okay, so if any of you have found yourself in a position where you've doubted things or you've felt a little bit lost or uncertain, all four of these cards are kind of giving you the message of connection to your spiritual essence or your creativity or your soul journey. So let's take a look again. The first one is your health, and it talks about eating well for your body. So your body, and you're an earth sign, so you're really connected to Gaia, to our planet, to Mother Earth. And interestingly, the food that comes from her is all the beautiful vegetables and fruits and nuts and legumes, and they are really what the human diet was based on, hundreds of thousands of years ago, before we could eat meat, before we had fire. We lived off the nuts and fruits and grasses even. So there's something about here, and it says it will give you life force energy which elevates your spiritual frequency. So if you eat organic food in particular, because sprayed food does have the spray residues on it and it's quite toxic to our environment or to our bodies. If you buy sprayed food, especially things like strawberries and any of the berries and many of the fruits, you must wash them really, really well first. Otherwise you're absorbing horrible chemical toxins that are not good for us. So wash your food really well and eat as many of the fruit and vegetables, nuts, legumes and seeds as you can, because it's going to be good for you. Aha! And there's where it's going to help with your heart, in particular, heart health. There's a message for you there, guys. The next one was love. Notice the signs. I've got something special to say here. This card is often talked about from people who have passed over. So if any of you have very special people that have passed over, they are actually in this reading wanting to get a message across to say that they love you. They just love you dearly, unconditionally. And they're with you and they think of you. Now often I find at times of festivities and celebrations such as Easter and Christmas, messages from spirit, especially deceased, past, loved family members, is very, very strong. So that is a beautiful gift for you. It may not be about love necessarily physically that I'm passing on here, but it is a very big connection for a lot of you from deceased family or friends. If we take it from the now perspective, notice the signs as synchronicity. So if you're looking for new romance or new people in your life, connect meetings and analyze them for synchronistic events, because they will be people that will be sent to you, and they will be worthy of having and instigating a relationship. We come to the wealth. Meditation brings answers. Again, we're talking about this huge connectivity to your spiritual perspective for 2016. It looks like you might all jump up a level here. It connects really well with the, notice the signs and the synchronistic perspective in that message card as well. And if we take a look at the final card, which is the Destiny card, it's saying have a leap of faith, guys. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. You know, give it your everything. Get involved, get excited, get passionate, get driven, and take that leap of faith. Don't be afraid in 2016. Go out there positively and really energize it and just go, you know, like kapow. Feel the force, feel the fear, and do it anyhow. It's wild and exciting, and this is your life. You're here to live it. So really neat messages you've got here, quite deep and quite meaningful, I think, for a lot of you. Also, I see in the very last card the word heart again. So be kind to your heart, be gentle with it, love it, nurture it, and really take good care. So there you are, Virgo. I thank you all for listening, and I really love doing the readings for you. I am privileged to be able to do them. I love all the comments you leave and all your likes, and that you subscribe as well. So I wish you all the very best for a happy, safe, prosperous December, and as you move into 2016, may you be blessed and have much love and laughter. So much aroha, everyone. Ka kite anoa. Namaste.